Today I'm loading Windows 10 onto a USB drive. Here we go. I know Microsoft, hi, this is Tom's Tech Show. Microsoft has a way to install Windows onto a USB drive itself, but that typically is a one-time, do it. Then the next time you need to do it, you got to load up the media creation tool again and again every time you want to create one, and that gets to be more time consuming and tedious than if you download the ISO file and then just be able to reproduce it yourself without having to download from Microsoft again and again. Today we're using our Pirates of the Caribbean USB drive. I got this from my friend that works for Disney. This is out of the swag bag that they gave out for the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Okay, so here we can go to start, we got to go to Microsoft, download the media creation tool. Then we run the media creation tool, and we can either upgrade this PC now, which I don't want to do. I want to make the USB drive out of the ISO. So create installation media, click next, and here we can select USB or ISO file. So I would select ISO file and then download that to the computer. That takes a few minutes. And I already have that downloaded. But first we need to prepare our USB drive. So let's go here, Windows System, Command Prompt, More, Run as Administrator. Okay, now we have a Windows System prompt, and we're going to type disk part to load up the disk partitioning tool. And we want to list disk. This gets me a list of what disks I have on my system. This is a virtual box that I'm using here. So the C drive, the Windows drive is only 50 gig, but my 16 gig shows up as 14 drive. USB drive is 14, so that's disk 1. So if I do select disk 1, now that gets me disk 1 selected. And if I do list disk, just to confirm, I have a star here. That means that disk is selected. Now I can type clean, which will clean the disk off, and now there is nothing on it. So we need to create partition primary, and this will create a primary partition onto that drive. Then we need to select the partition. Okay, now we see we have that selected. I've selected partition 1. I can format it. So we do format fs equals FAT32, and we're going to do it quickly. It just erases the file allocation table, erases like the table of contents. It's just like if you have a book, it just pulls the table of contents out. So now I'm going to type active, which makes that partition active and able to be booted. And then I'm going to assign, which assigns it a drive letter, and there my window pops open for the drive. Okay, now there are a few other commands that we need to run here. Now that we have it here, I need to take my ISO file and mount that. So now I have the ISO file mounted. In Windows, you can right click, click mount, and that will mount the drive. Okay, so now we can exit our disk part, go to, in this case, my CD ISO file is F, go to the boot directory and type the command bootsect /NT60, and my USB drive is E, so we're going to put an E. So now we need to kind of write the boot sector stuff onto that drive, and it's going to tell me that that boot code has been put onto the drive there. Okay. So now we have our empty USB drive here, and then we also have, our ISO file, which is here. So all I'm going to do is take all these files here and just drag and drop them. And it's going to copy over and move all the files over there. This takes probably 20 minutes or so to copy all of this over. And once that's done, then I can eject this USB drive and put it into any computer at any time and boot and be able to install Windows. Now, if I say I need to use this USB drive for something else and erase it and then want to come back, I could just follow those simple quick steps. I mean, there's only like eight or nine steps that allow me to get the ISO file. If I have the ISO file, I can copy it, prepare the USB disk, copy these files over again, and then be able to create a new USB drive to boot from, without having to get the media creation tool, go through its process, have it download everything. I can just go create a USB drive and continue on. Okay, well, that's how I set it up, and I typically do use my little Pirates USB drive. That way I know, okay, this is the drive that I've set up. So if I have a special drive that's different than any other one, I'll use that so I know it's the one in my bag of USB drives. I got like 10 USB drives. It's like, well, which one is it? It's the Pirate one. Then makes it easy. All right, so there you go. Then you just take that, stick it into a computer, boot off of that, and you'll be able to install Windows 10. Now you still need to activate it and license it. Many people, if they log in with their Windows like Microsoft account, a lot of the activation information is kept in your Microsoft account, and then it will be able to, like if you're redoing one PC and you just want to erase it and get back to, the basic setup after a bunch of junk is on it, then you can do it this way. And then when you log back in, it should bring back down your activation, since that computer and everything on there has been activated already. New computers, you would have to buy a license and activate it that way, get a key from Microsoft, and be able to install it and activate it that way. All right. Well, thanks for watching this. I do videos like this and other types of videos about entertainment things that I like, and hopefully I'm going to be getting back to some photography things as well. So like, share, subscribe, all the stuff, and thanks for watching. Take care.